Folks, Trump is gone, but right-wing extremism has not gone in this country. Right-wing extremism has always been here and will always be here, though its power wanes and grows in, time with the season. Trump, however, is gone. And it is a goal of this channel to mention Trump as little as possible from here on out. It should be obvious to anybody whose IQ is higher than the Fahrenheit temperature of the interior of their freezer that Donald Trump's entire presidency was a desperate ego boost bid, and that his interest in the presidency began and ended at the size of his rallies. That was it. That was the only thing that he cared about. He never gave a fuck about anything else. Honestly, in a way, it wasn't even evil. It was just amoral. He's like an empty shell, or like a hollow sort of vessel that needs to be filled up with praise from other people to compensate for how he felt in his childhood with regards to his dad. So we're going to give him as little attention as possible. We all need to move on from him. However, sometimes it may actually be necessary to reflect then what is evil. I was joking. I'm sorry. The joke there was that Donald Trump is so pathologically obsessed with praise and approval that he's not even a moral agent. But that was a joke. Of course he is a moral agent, and he is a bad man. But this goes a little bit beyond that. I'm not often shocked by the incompetence of the Trump administration. I think it should be pretty obvious to everybody who's been paying attention. But man, oh fucking man. Biden administration discovers Trump had zero plans for COVID vaccine distribution. As they were settling into the White House on Wednesday, Biden administration officials were reportedly stunned to discover that Joe Biden's predecessor didn't have a plan with regards to how to distribute the COVID-19 vaccine. A source told CNN on Thursday morning that the new administration will, quote, have to build everything from scratch, end quote, thanks to former President Donald Trump's reported lack of strategy with the vaccine rollout. Quote, there is nothing for us to rework, end quote, they said. Biden will have to start from square one, said another source, who called Trump's non-existent distribution plan just further affirmation of complete incompetence. I don't know if criminal negligence is like an applicable sort of legal consequence to presidential behavior, but if it is, it should be invoked with regards to this. It is, yeah, I don't think it is, but I feel like it should be. This is fucking insane. Now, we knew, by the way, from day one, that Donald Trump has bungled every element of this COVID-19 situation, but I had imagined in the background that this was largely because he's a fucking idiot, and that everybody around him is either stupid or a yes man, or they'd get fired, which he fired plenty of people from his immediate administration. But this legitimately seems like, after the vaccines arrived, he realized he had already lost the election, it was already done, so he didn't care. Another person's problem. This is insane. Like, I want to know how the Trumpers are going to spin this one. I really need to know. This is one of the most damning indications of Trump's malice that we have available to us. The administration had months to plan vaccine distribution, and they did nothing. They did nothing. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to die because of this. Because now Joe Biden's team is going to have to roll this out from the beginning. You know they're going to say fake news? If that's fake news, the Trump administration has every ability to come out and disprove it by providing the plans that they had assembled. They should still have that information. They can say Biden's lying, and they are going to say that Biden's lying, but I want to know. I really want to know. 400,000 people have died from COVID-19 thus far. Some of those deaths were inevitable. We were never going to stop the virus from entering the country. That wasn't possible. But America is now doing worse than almost any other country on Earth. Astoundingly, the other countries that are doing poorly also have conservatives in government. Seems to be some sort of relationship between conservatism and incompetence. That being said, we are quickly outpacing even those other governments. And it's actually unfathomable to me how far gone a country has to be to allow themselves to be led by, because there are two explanations here. It's either The Trump administration was legitimately so incompetent that they couldn't form a plan, which is unlikely to me. I want you to know, while Trump himself may be a fucking idiot, there are people in the Trump administration who I think can tie their shoelaces or walk and chew gum at the same time. I think they're capable of that. You know, I don't think that the entire presidential administration had like a team of babysitters and handlers to, you know, put clothes on for them and wash them in the bathtub. I think some of them could like do their own stuff, you know. And I think of those people, of the people who were capable, you know, of doing stuff autonomously, one of them would have been able to come up with some kind of vaccine plan. You know, one, maybe an idea, a blueprint. I don't think this was because of incompetence. Well, or at least I don't think it was because of accidental incompetence. I think they legitimately just didn't care. I think they knew that they weren't getting reelected. They weren't getting back in. Fuck it. It's Biden's problem. Criminal negligence. Literally, just fuck the country on the way out. Just let him die. This whole this vaccine that, by the way, Trump took credit for, even though he did nothing to fund it. America had nothing to do with its development. And now we have vaccines which are being thrown away because we have no distribution plan, and they are going bad after they're being provided to hospitals and other distribution centers because we don't have a centralized plan. We don't have anything. And people die every day. I think he just didn't care. And I want to know how Trumpers are going to defend this. I genuinely want to know. Trumpers are blaming this on the states? Yeah, I bet they are. But this is a federal emergency, and it's the responsibility of the federal government to coordinate a plan between the states. They always have an excuse. It's always somebody else. What did Donald Trump run on? Donald Trump was where the buck ended. Donald Trump, the great negotiator. He was going to get everyone to work around. Donald Trump has been famously incapable of working with other entities. He's not capable of it. He can't do it. He can't. Head empty. I can't rub it in too much, but man, I think that there should be arrests from this. Like, easily. It's incredible to me that a country can operate in such a way as to allow presidential administrations to get away with this. That's incredible to me. Look, I believe in democracy, and I believe people should be able to elect whoever they want, you know? But there should be consequences for poor behavior when you're the most powerful person on the planet. And there are reasonable limits to that. Every president's going to make mistakes. But this isn't a mistake. This is willful negligence. He might as well have killed those people himself.